Blah. Heckin' hello. Heckin' beans. It is Wednesday. I am sorry for not streaming earlier in the week. Monday was day off and Tuesday just did not go well for my body. So I already know what game I'm going to play to replace Tears of the Kingdom. It's not gonna be a big game. Something a little lighter. I'll reveal it next week when I do finally play it. But it should only take a few parts and then we move on to Persona 3 Reload. I will always be hyped for it. I'm so excited. Like, the story from the original game is so good, just with some outdated gameplay that Persona 4 and 5 improved on is like the standard. So to have that standard with that story and a full remake, it's gonna be so nice. So look forward to that, and I honestly might even do launch stream, which would be on a Friday. Like I honestly am tempted to just play that game on Friday. Long stream Friday, long stream Saturday, full weekend of Persona. You know, Naomi's absolutely adorable and cutie. Yes, I absolutely knew that. It's 100%. 100% yes. But yeah. With other scheduled things, I'm hoping that the internet problems seem to be fully over. Oh, Yuna is a beautiful lass, I agree. And where was my train of thought? Yeah, I've been testing, like, ever since that issue Saturday. I've been testing my internet repeatedly. Like, checking every day just to see, and every day I haven't seen any bad blips since, so I think it really just was because of Christmas holidays throttling the connection a little bit. Other than that, should be good for a normal week rest of the week. Do the clear second round of Resident Evil 2 tomorrow. Get into triangle strategy more. And yeah, I'm ready. But we just gotta move on to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Because we have a new case that we have to solve. I don't know what's gonna happen. I have no idea. The story's completely unknown to me, which is the greatest thing. And that's what I like with some of these games, that I just don't know what's gonna happen. The Return of the Great Departed Soul. Sure you can, Yuna. You always can. My DMs are open. Episode 3, The Return of the Great Departed Soul.
The grand end of the century great exhibition of London. Surely there is not a soul who has failed to hear of it. Wondrous new works of culture and industry from every corner of the globe had converged on Hyde Park, welcoming over 50 million visitors.
Wow.
The last great hurrah of this century.
Everyone's
Astonished
there.
and delighted people of all nations, and ended on a note of resounding success.
Oh, look at the fish
As regards to
engine.
the terrible catastrophe that occurred during the festivities, very few are aware my friend Mr. Herlock Sholmes had a hand in unraveling the matter. For from the shadows, it was he who earnestly unearthed the facts of the case.
Oh?
And like the centerpiece of the great exhibition, which rose high into the skies of Hyde Park, Sholmes's brilliant deductions, as clear and lofty as the Crystal Tower itself, brought the truth to light.
Aw, Yuna! I'm glad I was able to make you happy. Oh boy, I
We're
enjoyed
here
the
at the
story.
showground of the great exhibition, which is absolutely packed with people.
Oh jeez.
The weather is unusually fine, and we're about to witness a most extraordinary scientific experiment.
Oh, we got science. Oh, this is like
Ladies and gentlemen, the 20th century
old-timey
steam engines and
TV. I like this.
power dominate the world.
So steam engines. Okay, steam engines, yeah.
Horse-drawn carts will give way to the motor
So this is
car.
like 1899, since
Ships
it's like the
will
last
sprout
hurrah.
wings and take to the skies. And today, we showcase even more advanced technology. A glimpse into the future. A world first. A demonstration of my super high voltage instantaneous kinesis machine.
Instantaneous kinesis machines? I'm gonna shush her in front. Yeah? Oh my goodness. This isn't going to go well.
A man will literally be disassembled by a pulse of high voltage electricity and beamed to another location.
Oh, they tried. Oh, so they. This man trying to use teleportation. I like the ambition, especially this early on.
Whereupon his body will be reassembled by a series of complex calculations exactly as it was before.
Well, maybe not 1899, but like it was very close. Oh, this man is so gonna die in there. Oh no. I like that it's all voice acted though. Look at this run.
In but a few moments from now, this gentleman will, in the blink of an eye, complete an incredible journey through the air. To arrive an instant later on the Crystal Tower behind you!
Oh. Oh, okay. I didn't have the dates right. He starts flipping all the things. I like this guy. His enthusiasm is so cute. Uh-oh. Welp, that didn't go well. October 22nd. Maybe it was just maybe it's supposed to be. Like, maybe it's not supposed to be end of century, but it's like the century defining moment. Yeah, he's kind of roasted. Runo! Runo, are you listening? Well, that's Phoenix Fright in general. They do weird things all the time. Yeah, let's not figure out the date. It doesn't have to be 1-to-1. Oh! Sorry, what was that, Iris? What's the matter with you? You've been miles away all morning. You like what I cooked for breakfast? You don't like my cooking! How dare you! I'm going to poison you! What? No, that's not it at all. What were we talking about again? Today's paper! It's full of news about the great exhibition again. Ah, yes, the great exhibition. I'd like to go sometime. Don't worry about it, Naomi. You're really not your usual self today. You seem very down. Do you agree, Hurley? Huh? Did you say something, Iris? What happened to Sholmes? He's so depressed. Oh gosh, you're even more down. Look at his face. he so doesn't give a fuck. Look at him, Naya. He's what did you rhyme with Naruto? That threw me off. I wasn't ready for that. You good, Sholmes? I've been here for about half an hour already. We had breakfast together. What? Why didn't you mention it before? I thought you might have known I was here. You know, because of breakfast? Iris is quite right. You're clearly lacking in vim. So much so that I didn't notice your presence. Thanks. Of course, I could deduce the reason perfectly well with some simple observations. What? Let's see. Yes, for example, your tousled hair this morning with all its unruly spikes. Clearly, it reduced therefore that. Let me stop you there, Mr. Sholmes, because I think I can see where this is going. My hair always looks like this. It always has. Ever since we first met, in fact. Oh, really? How interesting. It just doesn't look like a haircut as such, I suppose. Oh, he looks fine now. Thanks again. It crossed my mind recently that it's been 6 months now. 6 months? Since I was forbidden from working in court. Oh. So I've been wondering how much longer I'm going to be banned. We still don't know the reason. Oh! Okay, so this is present day, and we're gonna be sent 6 months back now. Okay, I get it. Oh, well, that explains why you seem rather glum. Don't you agree, Hurley? What happened to him? Did you say something, Iris? Ah, back to moping. What's the matter with Mr. Sholmes today? Seems even more down in the dumps than me. I know, and the great exhibition is opened. I think he'd be excited. Yes, Naomi? Oh, why don't we all go see it together? I'm not adorable. What do you mean? How dare. I want to. Of course I do, but I can't. Not for the time being. Why not? Why not? Why not? Because I'm a great detective after all. So you're embroiled in some tricky case that you can't be distracted from? Is that it? Wow, Naomi out there. I don't remember hearing that you're working on a case, Hurley. I suppose I should try to find out what's going on. Well, hold on. We have to look at everything again. for the episode 3 discussions. Every time I look at that machine, I can't help thinking what a monstrosity it is. What's it called again? The Great Analytoscope! It can analyze absolutely anything, you know? It does seem incredible, and at the same time, incredibly useless. But it looks impressive, doesn't it? So that makes it very useful. How does that make it useful? Because it means you can pawn it for lots of money. Pawnbrokers always make idle remarks like, "What an incredible looking machine!" Blah. So Haley often takes us to the pawn shop when he's a little short. Sounds like this thing pulls its weight around here more than I realized. By having its weight pulled around. It's literally just a money-making machine. Books, papers, scientific implements. These shelves are stuffed to the gunnels. Mrs. Sada wouldn't be able to help herself if she were here. She can't stand mess. You have a money-making machine? Oh. I think I know what you mean. Susie may not be able to stand mess, but she wouldn't dare touch those shelves. Oh, why not? Everything's in intricate balance. He spends ages on it. If you were touching one thing, the whole lot would come tumbling down. Susie knows it was a very delicate arrangement. Yeah, Naomi! Susie knows a very delicate arrangement right from the outset. You make it sound like a meeting with great minds. The truth is, Mr. Jones just needs to tidy up. Made the violin. Ah, yes. Mr. Jones' faithful musical companion. Wasn't this violin made by somebody famous? This is a Stradivarius. I'm afraid you'd have to save it for 100 years before you could afford one, Bruno. If I were to save it for 100 years, I wouldn't choose to buy a violin personally. Oh? What would you buy then? I really have no idea. Okay. I see you. I'll have to do it so I can find out. What does he want to do? I can type with my eyes shut, you know. I can believe it. When the deadline's approaching, you sound like a Gatling gun. That reminds me of a dream I had the other day. It was such a funny one. It woke me, actually. I was typing for a whole hour in the pitch black. I didn't make a single mistake. It's incredible. But then, when it got light, I found that there wasn't any paper in the machine. Now I wonder if I'd actually been typing at all. I'm losing my Iris voice. Oh no. No. I think he may have just fallen asleep on the job. Damn, didn't get a chance to speak. Alright, what's on here this time? Ah, yes, this is where you note down ideas, isn't it, Iris? What's in the melting pot today? The blue carbuncle? Final Fantasy carbuncle? Yes, from a case of theft that Hurley solved ages ago. The theft of a precious stone. Carbuncles are known for garnet, you see, especially if it's cut with a rounded top. Oh, really? And this garnet was blue, was it? Well, that's the thing. They're usually red. No blue garnets have ever been discovered. Oh. So, who knows what the stolen gemstone actually was? That's the real mystery of the case. Proper Urlock Sholmes conundrum, huh? Okay. I look forward to finding out what aroma your tea will have, Iris, every single day. Oh, well, I infuse a different concoction of herbs from the garden every time, so it's never the same twice. You call it concoction, it sounds more like a science experiment than something for tea time. Oh no! Oh wait, Naomi, I was just thinking about it now. Maybe the reason Ryunosuke got banned was because of the final case? Because wasn't it that he submitted false evidence at some point, and because of the original acquittal early on, then when it came up in the final case, yeah, the very first case, there was false evidence that Ryunosuke admitted that he provided false evidence. That's what he got banned for. I remember that now. That was his punishment. I mean, calling concoction sounds more like a science experiment than something for tea time. Oh yes, that's because different blends can have very different properties. It's been a while. Some calm you down, some make you feel jolly, some give you energy. Today's particular blend is something quite special, so you're really in for a treat. That sounds ominous. All these different pieces of evidence from cases Mr. Sholmes solved are very interesting. Trouble is, Roman forgets things so quickly. He never remembers why these things are relevant. It doesn't matter if you know at the time it's fake. It doesn't matter if you know it's false evidence or fake evidence or not. If you use it at all, you're presenting it as if it's real. So it's on you to make sure the evidence is real. Ryunosuke didn't. Just like Phoenix Wright didn't in Ace Attorney. And do punishment because of it. That's how it works. They just didn't discuss the punishment during that trial because of how important it was. That's all it was. The trial is really oh, I read that already. The other day, for example, he saw the orange pips that were there and decided to plant them in the garden. Pips? Yes, they've all sprouted now. We have 5 new little plants. Oh, well, I don't know what case they were from, but Mr. Sholmes can get oranges to grow outside in England. He should change his profession. True. Truth. I do love a good fire in the colder months. Watching the flames flickering and dancing about is just so very relaxing. Cleaning up the chimney isn't so relaxing, though. No, getting covered in soot is my idea of fun. You know, Harley said he was going to clean it out himself last year. You can guess what happened, can't you? Got himself stuck inside the flue. Oh, good job. He's a very slim man, I admit, but there are limits to where a fully grown man can fit. Yup. There are definitely limits. Now every time he dozes off by the fire, he has nightmares about it. And then the last thing is the chest. Oh my god, I knew someone was gonna make a joke! Ah! Maybe. Oh no. I'm in danger. Oh man. Not finishing that statement. Yes, the huge metal chest with the lace cloth laid on it being used as a table for tea and coffee. It's very sturdy, that's for sure, and firmly locked shut. investigating my father's deco records of Hurley's many cases. Yes, so I've been led to believe, though personally I've never actually seen inside. And that's the way it will stay. Those papers are a secret between me and Daddy. Opening uninvited, you might find yourself being bitten. What? Is there a beast inside there or something? Beast gone! Alright, can I? Oh, I can't move, so I just gotta talk. Alright, event 6 months ago. Half a year ago now, I took on the defense of a young girl in a trial here at the Old Bailey. What at first seemed like a simple case of murder that took place at a London pawnbrokery. Yeah. Turned out to be one part of a much more far-reaching plot that involved the British government. During the course of the trial, it was found that I made an unavoidable yet at the same time unforgivable mistake. I did remember correctly. Words fail me. The situation is utterly deplorable. Hold on. Yes, my lord. I will decide upon your fate following the conclusion of this trial. Of course, my lord. Yeah, so he decided after. In the end, I had my right to represent people in court revoked. I was told I had to spend my time in research and studies, so that's what I've been doing. You have, haven't you, Runo? All those big fat tomes about British law up in your room, and the notes about Sholmes' own cases. Brewing Iris's special blends of tea, fetching my daily bread for me. You've become something of a manservant around here. Start of the on the silverware next, Messer Naruhodo. Manservant! I don't like the sound of that. I feel like people will say manservant like housewife or something, and people call me a boy wife because of how I cook. Ah! Well, I think I'm going to ask the powers that be to reconsider. Specifically Lord Strongheart at the British Supreme Court on Whitehall. Lord Strongheart? Oh yeah, we met him at the beginning of the game when we got here. The delightful Lord Chief Justice? Not my favorite fellow. He's not mine either, but he's the man I have to talk to. He's the only one who can grant permission for me to start working in the courts again. I came to Brand to become the best lawyer I could. And I can't do that just sitting around here. Oh my god. Yula! Oh boy. Let's move on to the great exhibition. The whole of London's been swept up in this great exhibition, hasn't it? The most advanced science, the most modern technology, the finest works of art, and feats of engineering. For the next 6 months, our capital will be showcasing these things, and the world will be watching. Oh no, Yuna, Pat. Oh, do you know what I'd like to do? I'd like to look down on London from one of those lovely balloons. Look down on? Do you mean those things? Fly? Yes, of course! You fly high in the sky, you don't even need wings to do it. All you need is hot air. Hot air balloons, I'd love to actually be in one someday just for the experience. But how? How does hot air have anything to do with flying? It makes no sense. I can't understand it at all. It's true with a lot of these scientific discoveries. Most people can't understand them at first. Modern science today, nobody understands it properly. And that's why everyone just hates on it. This time, only things will just be common knowledge. I suppose they might be. Mind you, some of the science being demonstrated seems very questionable. Something went wrong at the open experimentation stage yesterday, apparently. There was a huge explosion. Still, I wish I'd seen it, though. I'd love to see how bad some of these scam experiments really are. Says the innocent 10-year-old girl. See here? Every page of this paper carries some article or other about the Great Exhibition. But the brighter things shine, the darker... Yeah, Naomi? Yeah, is that what you're saying? Mm-hmm. Now I know. I won't forget. Right things shine, the darker the shadows that are cast behind them. Personally, I find myself drawn to the darkness. It's the impenetrable. That is my proper atmosphere. Oh, Great Exhibition newspaper has been added. The newspaper contains various articles about the world-leading science and technology on show at the Great Exhibition being held in London. Shadows cast behind? Is that a metaphorical way of referring to the back page of the paper? Oh, hold on. Hold on. Look at my armband! Oh, Mr. Sholmes, about this. Shh, not another word. Ah, yes, I see. This would be a collar for a breed of miniature canine with a particularly long neck. And for winter use. Actually, it's the armband I always wear that symbolizes my role as defense lawyer. Precisely, which leads us to one conclusion. Your arm is, in fact, particularly a long neck or a miniature canine. I'm starting to wish I'd never shown them this now. The man's barking mad. Oh, it's repeated dialogue. Darn. Okay, I actually want to look at the back page. Front page first. Oh, Iris is my partner for this episode. Nice. Which means I'm going to lose my voice with my high pitch. Every article on the front page is news about the Great Expedition. Public experiments to demonstrate brand new scientific ideas. Cultural exhibits are from around the globe. It's also positive and hopeful about the coming century. We must all go see it properly before too long. Oh, she didn't say a word. Ooh, the Reaper attacked? Oh, there's a lost cat. Oh no, but what's about the Reaper? I mean, glowing reports about the Great Expedition and everything that's going on there. Other than that, or gloomy looking one that is. Wait, what? What's the matter, Bruno? The Reaper attacked? That's Lord Von Zeeks. Let's see what Mr. Sholmes was talking about. Does he know any more, I wonder? Oh. Oh, I'm glad I looked. We'll do your gloomy mood first. Are you investigating a particularly tricky case at the moment, Mr. Sholmes? You could say that, I suppose. Nothing more to add? That's not like you. What sort of case is it? Nope. Big. Be gone, bot. Ah. And now I hydrate. Delicious water. Shh, quiet, Mr. Naruhodo. We must not discuss it here. You never know who might be listening. What? You're acting very strangely, Hurley. What do you mean, Iris? Well, usually, the more mysterious and complicated cases, the better Hurley's mood. Ah! Is it really cases bothering you? Iris, please, you must exercise your astute powers of observation and deduction on me without invitation. And what I always say, put yourself in the shoes of the individual about whom you're making deductions. You say that, do you? You, Mr. Sholmes? Never mind. Once I've had a cup of tea, I must make my way at once to the crime scene. That was a deep sigh. It says in the paper that Lord Von Zieks was attacked. That's terrible. You know the legend of the Reaper, the Bailey, of course. Don't you? Only too well, in fact. Yes, Prosecutor Barrick Von Zieks. His one of many glasses that he just loves to break. They say that the Reaper is the prosecutor in the case. There's no salvation for whoever is on the dock. Even if the defendant is found not guilty. Once the Reaper has someone in his sights, one way or another, that person's time left on this earth will be short. London's finest rogues always find ways around the law. They'll stop at nothing to secure an acquittal at trial. Falsifying evidence, paying sham witnesses, threatening jurors, bribing judges. But even such devious tactics as these cannot save them from the hand of the Reaper. As you experience yourself. I did drink Wawa. I'll do it again. There. Oh, excuse me. And yes, I burped from drinking water. Oh, I also lost the cap for my water. No! Where's my cap? Arr! Where'd it go? Uh-oh. I'm in trouble. Hold on, I gotta roll over. I'm gonna give myself a headache rolling like this. Ah! Where did it go? What the heck? I actually lost the cap. That's bad. That's not good at all. I'll give it like... Oh, got it! Okay. Ow. Bed's a mess now. But I found it. All good. No, no crying. What the? I have to change your mood from crying to something else. I'm good now. I found the cap for my water, so it's not gonna spill. Yes, I've seen the Reaper's retribution at work. Many of these criminal rogues are reckless and quite unafraid to die. A leader among their fraternity is seen to have been taken by the Reaper. Retaliation like this does occur. Really, the capital is a never-ending supply of such scoundrels. So, do you mean Lord Von Zieks has been attacked like this before? This isn't the first time? Don't kiss it, kiss me, I mean, what? Ah. He's quite an accomplished combatant, you know. He doesn't take these attacks lying down. Although, it seems that his assailants were armed with guns this time. Oh shit. They pulled up. They pulled up on him. Oh my goodness. Is he alright then? As long as he's hurt? My dear fellow, how on earth would I know? Well, the article here it says, as to when Lord Von Zieg's condition, all will be revealed in tomorrow morning's edition. And you go, me, hello, go, me, how you doing? Welcome to me trying to do some voice acting for the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. With your lovely Kenzie Moat. Blah, blah, blah. Hope you're doing well. I'm missing out with you in VR. I'm gonna call tomorrow about physical therapy. And then hopefully after the cruise, I'll be in good enough shape that I can hang out in VR again. Oh my god, I just looked at I just looked at Discord. Yeah, Gomi, you send that. Chippy, 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 chippy. I can do it. I see. Well, we shall have to be patient then. No, I can't wait until tomorrow. In that case, you shall have to inquire with somebody in the know. But who? Lord Strongheart, perhaps? No, not that one. No, Naomi. Oh. Well, I must be leaving now. Yes, understood. See you later, Mr. Sholmes. Ha! You really are a shameless liar sometimes, my dear fellows. 14 months now, Gomi. Thank you so much, you heckin' bean. Chippy chippy choppa choppa dooby dooby dabba dabba magical me dooby dooby. I don't know if I sung it right, that's just what it sounded like in my head. Thank you, Gomi. Your precious bean to me. Oh, blah, blah. I'm really a shameless liar sometimes, my dear fellow. What? You seek to put me off my guard and follow me, don't you? Well, you would be wasting your time. Oh, it is. Alright. Thought hadn't crossed my mind, but now I'm wondering where you're going. Well then, see you later. See you later, indeed. And he's gone. Listen to him, he's still laughing on his way out of the door. What is this outfit? Iris? What is this outfit? I have never seen you wear this before. What? Alright then, Bruno, let's get going. Oh, Iris, what are you wearing? I got changed to go to the Great Expedition. Oh no, don't say that, Naomi. She's like Mickey Mouse. She's got the Mickey ears. Or Minnie ears. I mean, it's public domain, so she's allowed to have Mickey Mouse ears now. I got changed to go to the Great Expedition. You're going to take me. What? But I was just about to go to the Supreme Court. Oh, well, that sounds fun too. You're going to take me there then. She's pointing a gun at me. What? Girl, why are you threatening me? Alright, fine. Just lower that weapon, would you? Of course. Oh, Naomi, no! Of course, and after the Supreme Court, then we'll go to see the Great Expedition. I can move. Let's go. We go here first. There is no music. I don't like that. The office spade. Now that Mrs. Silo's gone, the shovelers aren't represented to me correctly, or represented to correct me. Maybe I'll have to do it myself. That's not a spade, Mr. Naruhodo, it's a shovel. Ah, so you're a spader, are you, Bruno? What, you want to battle it out? Alright, I'm not going to argue with a native English speaker who has some kind of gun. You want to argue with me? What's the turn? Coxgun. You want to argue with me? Coxgun. Just holding it up like Leon. Jeez. Don't threaten me, please. I'm frail. Mrs. Sato's tea that she left here with me. I still think green tea is just too bitter, though. Thank goodness for sugar and milk. Sir Shom certainly was expecting the acrid taste at one time. I've never heard anyone let out a scream like that before, or seen anyone fall down the stairs quite like that either. It always brings a smile to my lips when I'm feeling a little down. Oh, well, do you know what that reminds me of? The day I gave you some black coffee when you weren't expecting it. You fell all the way downstairs as well, didn't you, Bruno? Yes. Do you think we could try to forget that, please, Iris? That doesn't bring a smile to my lips at all. Other things could bring a smile to my lips. I mean, what? The kettle's gently shimmering away there on top of the stove as usual. It was kind of Miss Susato to send that Japanese tea. You don't like it, don't you, Iris? But for me, it's the sound of the stove and burbling kettle I like the most. On biting winter mornings. And it feels even cozier in here when the delightful Iris pours the tea for me. I really couldn't manage without that wonderful young girl. Oh, Bruno, it's so sweet you say so. Stop putting words in my mouth, please, Iris. Wow, she's manipulative. Now, at first glance, my desk here might look as though it's in a mess. However, it's not in a mess at all. Everything is exactly where I want it to be. But whatever Mrs. Sala looked at it, she'd put her hands on her hips and say, "Oh dear." Her way of saying that I should make it a more orderly and neat mess. I miss that. You sound just like Curly, you know. He says the same about his mess. It's the kind of logic that transcends international borders, obviously. Yeah, it's just a organized mess. That's all. Ah, yes, the Daruma doll I brought with me from Japan. I always intended to color it the other eye since once I become fully fledged lawyer. But it's still winking at me, like it's trying to say, I can wait, take as long as you need. Or maybe not. I'll just have to keep on doing the best I can, I suppose. I can color it in for you, Bruno. Just that one eye, is it? No, it needs to be done with a bit of ceremony, Iris. But the booba hat needs to go. I hate that. It's not just a toy for coloring in, you know. It's not a coloring book. I never did see what Mrs. Sato's room looks like. I could go in now, of course, but I don't dare. They say a young man's private chamber is a place of bittersweet secrets. Although, from the laughter I used to hear when you would visit, I imagine it's mainly sweet. Oh, we saw such fun in Susie's room. She told me all sorts of interesting things about your country, you know. Oh, nice. Look at the prawns and the anemones gently swaying around in the tank. Regular cleaning, some food and fresh seawater is all they need. And some conversation, of course. It seemed like a lot of effort at first, but it was worth it. I'm starting to be able to tell what they're thinking. I didn't think that so many people in London had aquariums like this once, when they were in vogue. You never expect to find sea anemones in the middle of the capital. I think I'll have to name them soon. Oh no, Bruno's disappeared! What? Ah? I expect he's been eaten by Hurley. I think I'd prefer it if you used your imagination more when naming the sea life. Oh no. Vor stories of Holmes eating Ryunosuke. Oh no. That was everything, right? Oh, did I miss this? Oh, it's Miss Usato's desk. I suppose it won't get used now that she's gone back to Japan. I'll just have to wait here patiently for its old friend to return. And now I sometimes find myself pouring a cup of tea for Susie by mistake. Oh no! That explains why I sometimes find a steaming cup on her desk here. Shocks me every time. Ani? Anamani? OBS, are you good? Did saying Anamani was a bad thing? It's just one of your pranks, I see. It's no prank. I miss her. Oh, wow. Can I present this? Iris, have a quick look at this. You're a lawyer's armband? How many times have you shown me that, Runo? Oh, sorry. Force of habit. It's very important to me, that's all. I don't feel complete somehow if I'm not wearing it. Well, personally, I think you should try wrapping some different things around your arm from time to time. Why did my phone go off? Hold on. I heard my phone vibrate. Discord. Was it the message Gomi just sent me even though I looked at it? Oh. Oh, that was you, Naomi. Ah! Oh, yep, that's the right one. Just, Gomi sent me a different version of it. Which I approve just because of who sings it. Really? Like what? Perhaps a pretzel? Pretzel? I've never heard that word before. Adam Ani. Fine. I'm not gonna worry about it. Well, I think it's kind of German defense lawyer's symbol. Interesting. I'll have to try wearing one sometime. Oh no. She's gonna make me wear a pretzel. The food. Alright. The office of Lord Chief Justice Strongheart in Britain's great capital city, London. Its grand stone architecture and the echoey tick of the vast cogwheels lend it an air of authority. Actually, is there anything else I can look at? Oh. Oh, right, the medicine! So many different bottles up there on that charming little set of white shelves. Oh, do be careful, Bruno. You mustn't try the contents of any of those bottles, even if you're hungry. I wouldn't do something stupid like that. I'm not a child, you know. Well, I wish I could see the same for Hurley. He polished off a full bottle of one of my alkaloids. He what? He said he was hungry. I'll be extra careful. I still love when the chimes just go down a key. Alright. Oh man, we haven't seen this one in forever. This was the first day we got here. Oh. October 22nd, British Supreme Court. About 6 months now since I was last here. Some things never change. Like the sense of foreboding I always seem to feel in this place. What are you doing, Iris? It doesn't seem to be... Alright, Naomi, from this angle, is that still what you think is a booba? Even more? Oh, jeez. She's happily reading over there. And it's just constantly swinging from side to side. I love this place. I always find so many interesting books here. Oh, of course, I was forgetting that you've been here before. The time we came here 6 months ago? Oh, Susasa-san was given the news that she was to return to Japan. Oh yeah, that was... Ah, I understand you wish to speak with me. Oh, Lord Strongheart, I trust you've been keeping well? Let's see. Since you arrived and requested an audience, it's been 4 hours, 32 minutes, and 26 seconds. I've kept you waiting a while. My apologies. Oh no, not at all. I like nothing more than standing around staring into space. Okay. Good to know. Good to know that doesn't appear to bother him at all. Male Strongheart, Lord Chief Justice of London. He's the man who allowed me to start practicing as a defense lawyer when I arrived at Britain as a student. You need only savor the air for a moment in his grand office to just understand his preeminent status. As you will be aware, the Great Expedition of London is now underway at last. We're extremely busy as a result, policing the grounds, guarding new technologies, dealing with petty crime. And furthermore, as of next month, we shall open the International Forensic Science Symposium. Ooh, nice. Hey, good to hear you, Yuna. I'm sleeping with Yuna now. I mean, what? Oh, I've not heard about that. Investigating authorities from 40 countries around the globe will be taking part, including from your own land. Forensic science is the future. The world must embrace it. As we're the hosting nation, I have much to do. And it is my highest priority. If others must wait for my attention as a result, so be it. Duly noted, Yuna. Well, it's nice to know where I stand. So, you wish to consult with me? Of course, I can very well imagine what this is about. Thank you for agreeing to this meeting, my lord. I'd only be allowed to start working as defense lawyer again in court. That's what brought me here today. But actually, there's something else playing on my mind as it happens. You know, just take a deep breath and come out with it. Well, first off, I gotta look at your place again. It's so extravagant. You couldn't read all these books even if you were reincarnated 3 times over as a bookworm. Oh, I know. So much reading material. I'm very envious. I've really been running out of things to read recently. That's because you read so fast. Perhaps no but Lilica starts one of the books here with some of mine from home. I don't see why not. No one would notice, or at least I wouldn't, you know, if I was reincarnated 3 times over as a librarian. Don't do it. I've just had a great idea. What is it? Well, we could hide inside these suits of armor and spy on the Fob Watchmaster to find out what he's really like. Girl, that's not happening. I don't have much interest in what Lord Strongheart is really like, though. please, it would be fun. I'm inside the left one, I'll go in the right. You really want to have a go in the pseudo armor, don't you? Now you're making fun of me because I'm a child, aren't you? I wasn't making fun of you at all. I'd like to have a go too. Sonny! Thank you so much for the raid, Hackemane! What were you doing, Sonny? Gold for the bold! Wah! Deep Rock Galactic. Going for all the gold I see. I hope it went well. I'm gonna take some water. Just to celebrate. Wait, why did I get bonked? What did I do? Ah. Is that kind of wibbly wobbly? I'm fine. I'm just being silly. I am a silly goober. Azuro. Wow, alright, well, heckin', I guess I have no choice. Mwah. There you go, Azuro. Blah, blah, blah. It's the what? I don't know. It's all the same stuff, right? Blah, 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 hello. Welcome to me doing a little bit of voice acting in the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. We're in episode 3 of the second game. There's only 2 left after this. I don't know what's gonna happen in this story. There's a it's very cute usage of the keys with that face. Very cute, Zula. Pet the Durg. The Durgon. Ah! Blah, blah, blah. The cogs of the giant clock are keeping time as usual with their steady, rhythmical motion. It's really quite disturbing how little sound they make considering their massive size. Agreed. Someone very really must have designed it. Whoever maintains it must be very talented too. But I'm not entirely convinced to see him in a clock. What? But what about the huge clock face that forms the window over there? Some people just make machines that move for the fun of it. Because they enjoy watching them. Rather like how Hurley makes his rambling deductions just for the fun of it. Oh. So he just does deductions because he can. Even if the outcome isn't quite right. Never mind all the trouble it gets others into along the way. He just does it because he can. The Lord Chief Justice's desk. And look at that, there's no mistaking Lord Strongheart's authority, is there? But the light for that window behind is far too bright. It would be very bad for the eyes. I hadn't thought of that. There are no currents, that's for sure. What's more important? Having a desk with an air authority or having eyes that work? I can't say that I ever considered it. After all, my little office barely has any light to speak of. And I haven't really seen my desk in a while. Oh no! It is the opposite. That's all there is. Heck. Alright. Sir, have you seen this armband? By the way, Lord Strongheart, about this. The symbol of defense lawyer in the Japanese judiciary. Oh, I didn't expect you to know that. We never accept foreign students before first researching the legal systems of their home countries. But such trinkets are merely for show. The only true measure of your worth is your performance in court. Yes, right. Permission to work? I actually came here today to ask for your permission. Go on. 6 months ago, my right to work in court as a lawyer was revoked, and I was told to spend my time studying. Obviously, I'm very sorry for what happened. The thing is, it made me understand what it really means to end somebody under the rules of a foreign justice system. That's... Oh, pat, you know. I desperately want to have another go. Please permit me to enter the courtroom again. Mr. Naruhodo. Yes? Here it comes. I'm gonna get shut down. I'm sure you haven't forgotten your position here, have you? At best, you are a substitute for your compatriot. This was never your intended role. Well, that's true. The Japanese government actually sent my best friend on this study tour, not me. It should have been Kazuma. He was so determined to bring change to our own justice system at home. That was his calling. More Kazuma. If that tragic accident hadn't happened, I wouldn't be here in this office now. Mr. Asogi was my best friend, you see. That's why I can't leave it unfinished. I have to fulfill his calling for him. His calling, you say? Has it never occurred to you that perhaps you know nothing of his true calling? Sorry? The mission with which that young law student was charged. What do you suppose it really was? What do you mean? Mission? He's not making any sense. Never mind. I've read all the reports you submitted over the past 6 months. It's clear to me that you regret your actions and have been studiously obeying your revised instructions. Do you mean... Ah! He lets me work! As of this moment, I reinstate your license to practice law here in Great Britain. Let's go! We've been reinstated! Thank you so much. That's wonderful news, Runo. In fact, I believe I have the perfect case to mark your comeback. A curious affair. You'll consider it, I hope. Of course, please tell me more. Ooh, a curious affair. Let's listen. You described it as a curious affair? Yes, that's right. I believe it's reported in the press. Are you aware that there was a serious accident at the Great Expedition yesterday? Oh, no. Yes, I read about it. A professor from Germany tried to carry out a crazy experiment. Man, those Germans and their crazy science. That's why he was super enthusiastic. He was a German. Of course. I'm just joking around. I'm not being racist. I'm not being countryist. I swear. Oh yeah, I forgot Flurry's German. This Flurry's great, Freddy's great. I got good German friends. Yup. Yup. Let me see. How was it described? Super high voltage instantaneous kinesis, I think. Instantaneous kinesis, as in moving things with the click of the fingers? That's right. It's just what my herbal blends need. A dash of devil-may-care. Silly puppy. It's quite a few people. Blah yeah. You right. Blah blah. What the hell is Devil May Care? Is that supposed to be a Devil May Cry joke? Whatever this serious accident was exactly, it's clearly captured Iris's imagination. It's an unfortunate business. A large explosion engulfed the public experimentation stage and a man lost his life. A certain Mr. Odie Asman. Assman? You couldn't come up with a different last name? Odie Asman. Or Asmam. It's Asmam. An investor and a well-known figure in society. A large explosion. A man died? Pat. The man responsible for the experiment was Professor Albert Harebrain. Oh, Albert Harebrain. This is a harebrained scientist. Oh no. I get the name pun though. Professor Albert Harebrain was detained immediately after the incident and is due to appear in court tomorrow on the charge of murder. What? Murder? If you intend to take on his defense, you should hurry to meet with him at the prison. There is very little time left for you to carry out any kind of investigation. A great expedition, a scientific experiment gone wrong, and murder? I feel on my death before I've even started, still. You should go to prison straight away, then try to meet with this German professor. Don't you think? Definitely. Ah yes, one more thing about the case. There's a connection with our mutual acquaintance, the Reaper. Oh, with Lord Von Zeeks. How? Hold on. All sorts of conferences have been taking place around the world to coincide with the Great Expedition. What do you want me to do? I can't just make a... I can't just make a fake voice the whole time and expect you to like it. I could just talk like this all stream and then you won't fall asleep, see? I don't know why I'm doing this random action, it's just the first thing that came up for me. Apparently Yuna still likes this. I see. Arr. All sorts of conferences are taking place around the world to coincide with the Great Expedition. Next month, the largest, most important of them will all take place at last. The International... Alright, don't worry, Yuna. Now I know it won't make you fall asleep, so I can do that in the future. The International Forensic Science Symposium. It does seem as though criminal investigation needs to embrace scientific methods, doesn't it? Exactly. Ah! The birds! London, the global epicenter of culture, science, and wealth, now has a population exceeding 6 million. Sadly, crime in the capital is growing at a similarly startling rate. So, it's imperative that we must use the latest scientific methods to investigate and resolve cases as efficiently as possible. Which is what's known as forensic science, isn't it? Exactly, the future of policing. Ah! Regrettably, however, Britain is currently dragging its feet when it comes to the adoption of forensic methods. Oh dear, that's alarming. Exactly! It's extremely alarming! Ah! Stop freaking out every time he does that! It's the same three things. If I were Her Majesty's Attorney General, you can be sure. The numbers of crimes committed and resolved in London would be very different to the current figures. And I can cite 12 solid arguments and 223 individual reasons to support my claims. Sorry? By way of apology for keeping you waiting earlier, I shall detail every one now. What? Oh, how fascinating! It all began 15 years ago. I was... Ryunosuke passed out. And that more or less sums up my feelings on the matter. In the simplest terms, of course. Essentially, to formally establish a forensic investigation division within Scotland Yard. That is my mission. Oh, right. Yes, that's wonderful. Why stop mumbling? I'm just doing my voice acting. That's all Ryunosuke heard. Exactly. Wonderful is precisely what it will be. Look at Iris. Iris isn't paying attention at all. She's got her nose in another book now. Oh, is it over? Did you learn anything useful? I actually drifted off for the most part. He's surprisingly ardent about forensic science. So wait, can I present this? Oh, reminds me, have you seen this? The reports of the overwhelming success of the Great Expedition? Of course. No, not that. The story on the back page. What story? The Reaper attacked. Oh, the Reaper attacked. Ah, that. You've enjoyed some victories in courts against my #1 prosecutor, have you not? Poor Mr. Reaper. What happened to him? He wasn't killed, was he? Ah, there's no need for concern. Lord Van Zieks would not be so easily dispatched, I assure you. Can you tell us what happened? I'd really love to know. Very well. If it interests you. Alright, sleep well, Yuna. Pet. It does, strangely. Alright, Van Zieks' condition. How is he? How many holes does he have in him now? Fortunately, Van Zieks emerged from the attack unscathed. Really? He didn't get hurt? Straight ruffians are no match for that man. He's a very capable fighter. But that's incredible! They were armed with guns. Why was he attacked, though? Do we know? It's related to events that occurred a month ago. A leader of one of the capital's criminal organizations was indicted and prosecuted by Van Zieks. Van Zieks did cases we weren't involved in, oh my goodness! He wasn't just doing against the Japanese! He actually went against a different person! The man was acquitted. I have no doubt large sums of money were involved behind the scenes. Large sums of money? A deplorable situation. Members of the juries were bribed, it seems. However, despite winning his freedom, the man in question met a dramatic end yesterday. Oh? But you're not suggesting that was the work of the Reapers, surely? The victim's henchmen certainly seem to think so. He was a man by the name of Asman. Oh! What a coinky-dink! The investor was the same one that is leading a criminal organization who was able to bribe people, and now he's dead, and they think it's the Reaper. Huh. I see. Charlie Asman. Did you say Asman? That's the man who died in the big explosion of the Great Expedition. Yes, known publicly as an investor, but in reality, head of a significant criminal organization. Unbelievable. Well, this case got more complicated. I wonder, can I ask you something, Lord Strongheart? Try me. Why do you use Lord Von Zieks as a prosecutor? All the criminals who manage to get off in court then meet with serious ends outside the courtroom. And fearful of that fate, they seek to strike at Lord Von Zieks first. I know there's no evidence that he actually is the Reaper in that sense, but still. Something's clearly going on here. I have Von Zieks work for the prosecution service for 2 reasons. Firstly, the man is the best prosecutor in the capital, bar none. And secondly, any destined criminals that have occurred outside the courtroom following his trials are nothing to do with him. That doesn't make sense! How can you explain the way so many have died if not by someone's hand? Von Zieks may have earned himself the moniker of the Reaper, but he is no killer. So he will continue to prosecute on behalf of the Crown. Unless he wishes otherwise, of course. Ah, I see. He'll end up killing somebody. Well, I must be leaving for my next engagement. Already 11 hours and 16 minutes. Bruh. 11 hours and 16 minutes late? Huh? My colleagues may be starting to fidget. 11 hours late? That's quite something. That meeting had already started when I arrived back here for the engagement with you. So lateness was inevitable. Time stops for no man. I'm sure it stopped for me during those 12 solid arguments and 200... Wait. Did that much time pass? Oh my... We were here all day, just from that one argument. What? He spoke for 11 hours? What the fuck? How is it not 9 time yet? Oh yes, where would I find Lord Von Zieks now? Assuming he's at his office. Right, I'll go and ask him about the attack in person. I'm gonna get straight from the horse's mouth. I'll wait with you now. I'm leaving Professor Harebrain's defense entirely in your hands. Oh, of course, yes. Thank you very much, my lord. So we probably got here around 10. Is it not like 8 p.m.? Alright, we're done here. Alright. We got... So we can talk to Professor Harebrain. Or we can go check on Von Zieks. I personally want to go to prison first. Oh, look at him in the... like hunched up. Look at that, reading in his tiny little book. Just hunched in the corner. Local prison, cell 11. The warden said cell 11. That's this one. Oh, there's someone curled up in the ball in the back corner. Look. What's his name again? Professor Albert Harebrain, wasn't it? Excuse me, Professor Harebrain? Who are you? I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I'm a defense lawyer. A lawyer?! Ah! Is this something I said? A lawyer, you say? Would you be here? About the experiment? Are you going to defend my hypothesis? Your hypothesis? Sorry, I don't. Yesterday's demonstration! That magnificent demonstration was! It was an out-and-out success! By anyone's calculations! But despite that, no one listens! No lawyer believes in the science! When it's explained, they all leave at high velocity! Now's probably not a good time to mention that your zeal made my concentration leave for a while too. Science jokes. Ah, fascinating, yes! In Japan, where I come from, it's the symbol of defense lawyer. Wearing it is very bracing, I find. Your words make some sense to me, but they are entirely illogical. What do you mean? Point extra glasses up. Well, for example, I find this white laboratory coat that I wear for my work very bracing too. However, in my case, there is a perfectly logical reason for that feeling. Oh, really? What is it? I purchased the wrong size by mistake. This one's too small for me. The sleeves, especially, are extremely bracing. I can barely move my wrists. Alright, look. As a fellow scientist, I can understand that. You need the proper lab coat size. Mine might be a little too big. There's like 2 sets. Actually, no, it is a little loose. Never mind. What the they look loose to me too. I think this guy's losing it. That's what you call logical, is it? Of course, it's entirely logical. That's science, Mr. Naruhodo. I love his fast movements too. Oh yeah, whoa, my internet. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm noticing now. Hold on. It was good. I'm testing it right now. Yeah, my upload speed is gone. My parents don't want me calling the ISP. It's only a last resort. Oh, it's fixed again. We're good now. It did show that it was a blip, but it's fixed. That was a very temporary thing. Alright, let's talk to this crazy scientist. Like, I respect science fully. This guy's a bit, quirky. Yesterday's demonstration. Let's talk about that. You mentioned the demonstration yesterday. The papers call it a spectacular failure. After all, the man died in the explosion, didn't he? Yes, you can interpret the results that way if you really wanted to. Well, I suppose in the strictest sense. The experiment was a failure, but at the same time, it was a great success. You've lost me. I'm going to lose my breath with this guy, I swear. I saw it with my own eyes, right there in front of me. Mr. Aspen was spontaneously disassembled. Until then, everything was going exactly as my calculations predicted. At that point, he should have been beamed to the Crystal Tower by instantaneous kinesis. However, the machine exploded and Mr. Aspen in Phase Act perished. Yes, I can't deny that part of the experiment was a failure. So what you're really saying is the large explosion that killed Mr. Asman was an accident, correct? But the big mistake, you arrested on suspicion of murder. I was responsible for a man's death. That is the immutable truth here. Well, I'm glad he takes responsibility at least. And for that, I wish to be punished at once. But murder? Never in a million years. It was an accident, simply an accident. I see. Ellie and I were talking this morning, you know. He said the situation would change completely depending on whether it was treated as an accident or murder. How exactly? Oh, is it because... Oh, right. If it's an accident, then this is science experiments. They would keep the science experiment to make it seem like it could be used in the future. But if it was used for murder, then it just would not count as science at all. It would just get thrown out and just used as evidence. Well, if it really was an accident, the professor's machine would be kept in protective custody. On what grounds? Ah, yes, it's newly established here in Britain, the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act. That one passed me by. But if the case is treated as murder, then they'll say my machine was the murder weapon, and they'll be able to pore over it as much as they like. If they examine it in detail, they'll find out how it's made, and then... Oh, and then the government can use it themselves. They'll be able to copy my idea. My precious hypothesis will be stolen. The machine must be protected from that at all costs. It's only imperative that this whole incident is shown to have been an accident in tomorrow's trial. I see now. His movements are so quick. They're quicker than Soseki-san's movements, I swear. You hear the wind go by every time. Alright, instantaneous kinesis. Can you tell me about it? So in short, there was a terrible accident at the Great Expedition ground yesterday. Yes! Or rather, no, the devil is in the details. Strictly speaking, there was a terrible explosion. Sounds the same to me. You were demonstrating super high voltage instantaneous kinesis, weren't you? How fascinating. Humans, like all matter, are made up of particles that are held together by electrical bonds. So it must be possible using a sufficiently high voltage to break those bonds and beam the particles through space. Alright, get your medication. That's in a nutshell. That's my idea, you see? That's my... Oh! Alright, well, OBS reconnected. If it doesn't fix itself, though, I'm gonna have to stop stream here. Well, it's weird, because it was... I tested it. Every time I tested it, it was fine. I'll give it another couple minutes and we'll see, but I might just have to call it off here. At least we made some progress into this. This just sucks, though. I really wish I just had better upload speed in general. Because my upload speed sucks. I only get like 10, 11 megabyte for upload. Well, my download's over 300. Ow. This is gonna make 2 separate videos, isn't it? Let me reload just to make sure. Well, at least says this is the same session.